Hey, welcome to your Libra horoscopes for the week of October 15th to the 21st. So our last full week of Libra season when we move into Scorpio season next week, which you know what that means. It means Halloween is coming, right? Lots of stuff going on actually as the Sun and Mars continue to influence Libra and they move into a conjunction with each other, perfect conjunction with each other, which basically means from our view they're in the same spot. It's like Mercury is right in front of the Sun. Oddly enough, you can't see this with the naked eye, but because of the fact that Mercury is in between us and the Sun, occasionally you can see Mercury move across the Sun. It's this little tiny black dot in front of the Sun. But of course, I do not advise that you guys go out and look at that. And just because it's happening astrologically does not necessarily mean that you can see it this time. Again, it happens very occasionally, and Venus does the same thing. There's your little astrological trivia for the week. The Sun and Mercury both in a square with Pluto. The moon joins Pluto in a conjunction right at the end of the week on Saturday. So this amplifies it emotionally just a little bit because it is a bit of a challenge. Pluto is very much focused on self. The moon is also focused on self, while the Sun and Mercury continue to be focused on your career, where you shine in your career. Where you tend to be putting all of your communication and your work is into your career. But pardon me, with this little bit of a challenge here, it may feel like this week that either you are being questioned about your job or how you're doing your job, or that it may feel like you're just not doing enough. Somebody is actually there making you feel like you're just not doing enough of what you should be doing, and they're questioning your productivity. And this is really frustrating, especially for Libras, I feel, because Libras really put everything they have into what they're doing. They can't help themselves. It's just their way. So when you find yourself in a position where it feels like you're just not doing good enough, it really does cause a lot of problems for the individual. But let's bump over to the Sun and Mercury's trine with Saturn, which is really focused on the past, which is retrograde. It's sort of turning that responsibility back at yourself, showing you different instances of maybe when this has come up. Now, interestingly enough, also, Libras tend to be very loyal people and tend to be very trusty people. So with that in mind, you put everything that you've got into something and somebody comes up to you and says, you're not doing good enough. They actually could be pointing at themselves for not doing good enough, but they're pointing the finger at you. So this may not be your problem. This may be somebody else's problem that they're trying to lay on your doorstep, which is not good at all. And that causes a lot of anger and frustration for you, Libras, because now you're being accused of something that you're not even doing, really. So, couple of things about this. One, you can really flip-flop this in either direction that you want. One of the things that Libras are not great at is laying down boundaries. And it's really important to lay down boundaries because in many cases, if you don't, people are just going to walk all over you. And so if you let this go and just don't say anything by saying you're taking the high ground, this is just going to keep coming up and coming up and coming up. And while you're looking to the past to see your responsibility in situations like this, that is the number one thing that you're going to find is not so much that that you keep putting yourself in this position, but that you keep putting yourself in this position. You're not putting proper boundaries down on people. And when in the world that we live in right now, This is a big thing, okay? If you don't show people that you will not put up with certain things, they will just keep shoveling those things at you. It's really, really frustrating. So I feel like for you Libras this week, this is one of those lessons where it's really time to step up. It's time to take control. It's time to be the person that is in control of the situation. Never hand your power over to another individual. That never works out in your favor. You want to keep that power within yourself to make sure that things are running smoothly and that you are doing the best job that you can, and that you're not allowing somebody to come in and infiltrate and either take responsibility or take what's the word I'm looking for here? Not take, well, take responsibility for your responsibilities. You don't want somebody coming in and basically taking all of the credit for what you have done. And if that has happened in the past, look to how you dealt with it. Did you just silently go, okay, I'm not going to let that happen again? Did you stand up for yourself, or did you not stand up for yourself? In this day and age, you have to stand up for yourself, because nobody is going to be your advocate but you. And it's really difficult. It's really challenging. This world that we live in is crazy. It just doesn't follow the lines that it should follow. But then again, it didn't 30 years ago either. I don't remember getting what I deserved just because I did it. I had to be vocal about it. I had to stand up and say, hey, this is all the work that I've been doing. I deserve to be compensated accordingly. So it does present a bit of a challenge, but it's presenting this challenge in order for you to step into your power, in order for you to take control of the situation, and in order for you to place some clear boundaries on people that really need those boundaries. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a copy. That is my tip and donation link, and I would really, really appreciate that. If you're listening rather than viewing, that's ko-fi.com/heavy metal psychic. Also check out heavymetalpsychic.com. Lots of fun stuff going on there. You can book a reading right there on the website. It's easy peasy. Yes, the website is under construction, but there is still all kinds of stuff going on there. I'm Melissa Bruce, Heavy Metal Psychic. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. And in the meantime, you guys step into your power. It's your time. Don't let anybody steal your thunder. All that thunder is yours. You guys step into control, step into your power, and I will see you next week. Have a good one, you guys.